Okay, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Crimson Guard. Please excuse the thumb is broken off on his right hand. But for giving his age, the paint is still pretty good. All the easy rub off silver paint looks pretty decent on him. I want to point out something. He has this braid that goes over his shoulder. If I remember correctly, for people who are in the military, if they're wearing a braid, it means that they're an aide to an officer, which makes sense because these are Cobra Commander's elite guards. Down here on his wrists, the paint has worn off. He has some sort of a unit patch here on his left arm. Can't quite make that out. Looks like he has jump wings on his chest, which he has this really nice flap that buttons very nicely sculpted on the front. Also has some campaign ribbons and epaulets on his shoulders. The black mask I really liked. This was made of metal in the cartoon. I remember one episode where some Crimson Guards were killed in a cave-in. Sorry, I couldn't find the clip to that. But Cobra Commander had stepped on the back of one. And this kind of surprised me because it was fairly violent for the cartoon. When he stepped on the back, the Crimson Guard's back arched and his head fell onto a pile of rubble, and you could hear a clink from his mask hitting the ground. All right, so he has a belt that loops all the way around with some pouches sculpted onto the belt. It had a silver belt buckle, which is barely there anymore. On his left leg, he has more stripes painted from that silver paint. Also has a pistol, which is sculpted on there. Down on his boots, he has pouches on both sides. He's also wearing stirrups. Hasbro, I guess this is more ceremonial for them, but Hasbro's put stirrups on a few of their figures. But I really like his jacket. The buttons on the front just really make it pop. Gives him that regal look. And his back is fairly plain. Has some creases sculpted into it. But he did have the typical articulation. His legs extend out to the sides so far, go out to the front 90 degrees, legs bend at 90 degrees. His arms rotate, of course, in 360 degrees direction. Has a swivel arm battle grip. And 1985 brought us the greatest, what could I say, point of articulation with these figures. His head rocks back and forth on a ball joint. I remember the first time I saw that was with my friend John. He brought his barbecue over to my house. And I was like, that is so cool. The heads rock back and forth. So 83 and 85 brought us very nice variations to these figures.